You ready, Chris?
You ready, Ben?
Let's get it.
Man, let's get it, man. Welcome to the Follow Then Lead podcast.
Hey, man. How you doing today?
Man, what's good, bro? I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
We're blessed, man. Energetic. It's Saturday. Can't complain, man. God's been graceful, man. He's been good, yo.
How's your week been?
It's been good. It's been good, man. I ain't gonna stunt. I'm a little tired right now, so I don't even know what happened throughout the week. But, I'm alive. My family's alive. Everybody's smiling. Everybody's good. Everybody's getting big. They eating good. So, I can't complain, man. I'm good, yo. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
When the community, when the community is good, I'm straight. What about yourself, bro?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I had a good week, though.
Yeah.
I think what caps it off was, like, yesterday I met my cousin. So he has this brand called Overjoyed.
Yeah,
right?
I see that.
So it's
tight.
Overjoy ED. So it was my cousin. I grew up. My stepfather raised me till I was 15.
Yeah.
And that was his uncle. So we were around the same age, me and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were all kids, we were like together all the time.
Nice.
And so for years after, like, my stepfather died, I wasn't really around that family. It's a Lee family. They're up in like the North Shore.
Mm-hmm.
And like I wasn't really around them. Yeah, until like now, like recently.
Okay.
My grandmother, she passed 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then the grandfather died last year. I think early last year, sometime last year. Actually, not long after the grandmother died. I think she died in like October, November.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I went to the funeral, and it was like I was so scared to be there. Because like the last time I saw everybody, I was 15 at his funeral.
Yeah, it's been a long gap.
Yeah, and then I was just scared, man. But everybody showed love. Like, man, it was so good to see you.
Nice, bro.
And I was shocked. In my head, I'm like, how do you remember me?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was hanging with my cousin yesterday, and he has a brand, so I went to go support, buy a little sweatsuit and a shirt that I'm rocking right now. And so Overjoy ED, the ED is the initials of grandmother and grandfather.
Ah, that's beautiful,
yeah,
bro.
so
that's dope.
It's dope. That's the
That's
meaning
dope.
behind it. And just kind of spending time with him, talking about life and like just growing up and manhood, and asking about why, how's it feel to be a business owner? Like, what is this? What is he learning? What is he doing?
Yeah.
And then he's asking me the same questions, and I'm like, yo, I'm just getting started. I don't know. And then he asked me like the why behind the pod.
Bro.
So, I start laying into him.
Yeah.
It was probably like me 10 minutes, 15 minutes just going in. And he like sitting there like with his tear in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, bro, like, so because I really was like digging in about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, man, like, I don't know if I can do it. I was like, I don't care if you can do it or not. Do you need to do it? That's the question.
Yeah.
Because we can do anything, or we can't do whatever. That's that's just a choice. But like, need is a different question. Like, do the people around you need you to be healthy?
Yeah.
Do they need you to be strong?
Yeah.
And like we both were raised by like similar mothers and similar situations. So like we have an understanding of each other. And so when I talk about manhood and like being suppressed as a man, as a kid from a woman that was trying to be a man for you, it's different.
Yeah, it is.
And so we understand that. And so when I talk to him directly about that, it hits home. And so I'm like, yo, that stuff you gotta separate. You gotta let go of, because that's things that's holding you back from being the man you can be.
True.
And it's held us back for 20 years, you know what I mean? Or 30. And so he just kind of was like, bro, like I needed this, It was dope. It was a good conversation.
Yeah, man.
It was a good time to build.
I'm liking it, bro.
So I was tired. We had a couple shots, I'm not gonna lie. I had a couple
It's
shots
all
with them,
good,
hanging
bro.
out.
All good.
And I've been eating clean all week. So like my body was kind of like, I gotta get rid of
It was
this
feeling
toxin.
Yeah, bro, man. I'm proud of you on that phase right there with the eating clean. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man. It's been good. I feel good.
Good stuff, bro. Yeah, man. Your story just blessed me. All of it. From your cousin's brand, the ED at the end, and you started talking about your why and why you started this business with the Follow Then Lead, etc. I'm like, yo, that's what it's all about, and that's what keep that passion, and that's what keeps you successful, because you have a why, you have a meaning behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
That he has his his grandparents, right grandparents initials on there. That says why.
Yeah.
And when you see that overjoyed ED, I'm like, yo, it's a meaning behind that, and that's special. That's powerful, bro. Like that brother, he's already there.
Yeah, he
but
is.
Because he simply has a why.
He got the why.
Yeah.
And now it's like, all right, how do I change? How do I grow? How do I push myself?
Yeah.
And he's even talking about like this. He's learning that people around him were good with him when he was where he was at.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's trying to be better, they not really that good with him.
Crazy how life
It's
is.
crazy.
And that's wild, bro.
It's amazing.
It
I'm
is.
like, bro, I understand.
That's crazy, yo. You would think like, yo, this brother doing good stuff. Let me support him.
But
folk fall off.
That's what they say, right? Misery loves company, or crabs in a barrel.
That's true, bro.
There's
that
so many
mentality
ways
is real.
to say it.
That's sad. That's sad, bro.
It's what it is.
But big props to your kinfolk. He doing big things. We gotta have him on the podcast.
Oh, 100%.
Gotta get
hands
him here,
down.
man. Yeah,
Get the
man.
wild boy in here.
That's what I'm talking about, yo.
But yeah, he said something about like just hearing the vision, hearing the thing. He was like, yo, that sounds like Steve Harvey.
Yup.
I was like, Steve Harvey?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know about Steve Harvey's like the programs he does
Yeah.
with the youth.
Yeah,
young
Steve
men.
out there.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, word?
Yeah.
So I started looking him up, and I was like, man, that sounds like what Steve Harvey's doing.
Yeah. Steve.
It's important.
It is. It is major, yo. Steve doing, Steve Harvey doing, major things, man. More than what's Family Feud.
Yeah, more than Family Feud. Yeah.
we know my boy from that, but yeah, we on a mission. We on a mission, man. I love it.
Hopefully one day, Steve.
Exactly,
we
man.
can
That's
meet
why I
up,
said. That's why I said my boy Steve. Just to throw it out there. So when he hear this, he like, oh, I gotta come visit them.
Yeah, 100%.
We there,
Let's
yo.
go. We ready
get it,
for
man.
you.
We ready, man. The vision is already there. Man, so the topic for today, bro, is sports and how it impacts manhood. And you being the major athlete that you are, I know you got some hot stuff. You got a hot take on this one, yo.
Yeah, I think I wasn't a major athlete. I've been an athletic dude. I played sports my whole life. And I think from when I was a kid, it was like I played baseball first.
Nice.
And then it was basketball and then football.
Yeah.
I love football the most.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it was the aggression. I can let my aggression out on football.
Nice, bro.
And, he was hitting people,
Yeah.
getting hit.
Yeah, yo.
Right?
Hey, man, I had no idea. My bad not to cut you off, bro. I always had you as the basketball player, bro. I had no idea.
Yeah, football was my thing. I would turn into a whole other person playing football.
What position?
Receiver, cornerback, and safety.
Okay.
I love safety the most. I wanted to be Ed Reed.
Exactly. I know that.
I wanted to be Deion Sanders.
That's where the hitting come in, bro.
Yeah,
exactly. I know, bro.
And then I'm catching the ball, and I'm going 6.
Yeah, you're going to get it.
Yeah, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Those were my two idols, was Deion Sanders and Ed Reed.
I like it, bro. Yeah.
And so when I got on the field, it was like, it was another person. Like the lion that I couldn't be in life, I was on the
you can
field
do that on the
talking.
field.
I'm ready to go. Like I'm physical.
Oh, yeah.
I was ready for it.
I love it,
I didn't
bro.
care who it was.
And
you give me a hit too, I loved it. Pat you on the back, let's go.
Yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
bro, you was out there,
nuts.
bro. Yeah, football will do that to you. I played in high school, and you're right. When you throwing that helmet and throwing those pads, you turn into somebody else, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
You out there, yo. You trying to knock somebody out, bro. Like you said, that aggression, you getting it out. Yeah, you done had a bad day. Yeah, you gonna lay it out there on the field. You ain't going out there trying to kill nobody, but you about to get out there and you finna let loose that aggression, let loose the stress or whatever the case may be, and yeah, you good. For me, bro, my Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith, of course, Dallas Cowboys, man. Those are my boys right there, man. So I played and Warren Sapp. My bad, I left my boy. So I played nose tackle and fullback when I was in high school, bro. So the nose tackle part, that was
a beast.
He was a beast, bro. So that was me, getting after the quarterback, getting in there tussling with the offensive lineman. Like I said, I give him a little jab here and there, get a little clothesline here and there. After in good sportsmanship. I know I'm saying people think like clothesline, but no, it's part of the game, man. It was beautiful, bro. Yeah, football, it did something to you. You got that brotherhood. You got the confidence building. While you're out there, sports and manhood. It's one and the same.
It's one and the same. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to tie it in like how sports and manhood. Sports have been around since I think humanity, right? Since
True.
like populations could exist, you know, or like societies, right? You know, all these different games. You could just go back to the Olympics,
Exactly.
you know, or you know, in Roman times, the gladiators, and all that stuff. Those were sports.
That was sports.
That's what we see now. It's like MMA and the UFC and boxing. Like, this is similar, and you know, you can talk about all this bad, but there are a lot of good that comes in like training to become an athlete, training for any type of sport. That it builds your manhood. It builds like characteristics or character in you, like discipline and consistency. And there's so many aspects of it, right? Accountability.
There you go.
When it comes to team sports specifically, that's really like the holistic aspect of life really comes into play. And to tie it in, like sports 100% like is directly linked in how we can transition our lives from boyhood to manhood. Yeah. And when you come in, when you first learn in a sport, by the time you're done with the sport, you're a man.
You're a man.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the goal.
It is.
So, yeah, it ties directly.
You're absolutely right. And, you know, I love it because you're right about it. You have your coaches, you know, those are the leaders, you know, those are the teachers, those are the quote unquote nurturers. Like, yo, we finna, you know, follow my lead and I'm gonna get you to the promised land. Follow my lead, I'm gonna get you to the goals that you need. You know, like I said, you know, you're building your body up, you're training. I'm gonna lead you to the goals of championships, winning, etc. You know, building more confidence. You know, you have coaches out there that, you know, are getting you right, getting you primed and getting you prepped, not just for football, but just for life. You know, I love my coaches because they didn't just teach you about football, but the football taught you about life, you know, as a man, as being a good human being, as working as a team. Like you said, you know, that team concept, that's what's beautiful. You know, it teaches you about communication. It teaches you about communication. It teaches you about, like you said, accountability. You know what I mean? Not just for yourself, but for your brothers as well. You know, hey, you blew an assignment. Like, no, you can't do this. Like, I'm finna teach you, like, if this person on the field is cutting this way or he's making a move this way, now this is what he's about to do. You know, so don't drift off to the right, drift off to the left. You're gonna catch him, you're gonna hit him, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. So it's a great learning experience when it comes to football, basketball, sports, teamwork in general. You know, it's beautiful.
Yeah, 100%. I think, like, I know you mentioned like me being, you know, more of a basketball player, but that's just because in like life, like as an adult, like it's hard to work 9 to 5 and then play football. Like,
true.
You know, as an adult, you can go into like
fact.
men's league, like the what do they
flag
call it?
football or something.
They call it semi-pro leagues.
Okay, yeah.
Them dudes wild. They're like trying to they like in their 30s trying to prove they can make it. Like, bro, like, we just here to have fun.
That's it.
You know?
Leave
But
that
like, I was playing flag football. I had a major injury a couple years ago, and I was still trying to play. I was still trying to get that feeling, you know? And I got it for a while, but then like I ended up tearing my ankle on the back.
Yeah.
Major.
Man.
But I was playing basketball all these years. And so like to tie it, like, you know, organized sports, like, you know, when it comes to basketball, we had this thing about, we just played Saturday morning, you know, and it'd be like 7 a.m. to like 9:30. Brothers would get out there, whether you're nice, you weren't, you know, you were good, you were average, you all just played together. It's camaraderie, right? But like, it's you can really see it, that how life ties right into basketball. It's because how you deal with life, you're gonna deal with on the court. And I'm not saying it's like, okay, what I go through, I'm gonna bring to the court. Because when you play a sport, it's like you're in a whole nother world. Like everything that you was worried about goes away.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're just like, man, in this moment, like this is all it's about.
I'm free. Yeah.
But how your emotional state is gonna be the same, right? How I deal with life is gonna be how I deal with this sport. And if I'm not balanced there, I'm not gonna be balanced here. And so when it comes to like somebody giving you an elbow, you know, when you're playing basketball, or getting clotheslined on the field, like, and you get up and you start wilding out, that's how you deal in life. You wild out when things don't go right. If somebody tries to hold you accountable for a missed assignment and you pop off at them, okay, that's how you deal with accountability in life. And so it's like, it's all directly tied. You know, how I you know, we would have this thing about not cursing. So on Saturday morning, brothers would, if you cursed, it would be a tech.
Yeah.
Technical foul, the other team gets to shoot a free throw.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you watch your mouth late in the game because that tech you might lose the game because of it. Now your whole team mad at you because you couldn't control your mouth.
Yeah, them emotions gonna flare up.
And your emotions now, right? And so it's a direct, you know, tie to you being balanced, so in a state of control. So your assignment is you doing your job. So if you're emotionally balanced, you can do your job. If you're emotionally imbalanced, you're not gonna do your job. You're gonna mess up for the team.
Yeah.
And so I started to learn those things just about like life. I mean, even at an earlier age too, but I wasn't able to like play like sports the way I wanted to, just because of life and, you know, the way it went. But yeah, it has a lot to do with who we are. And I think about like coaches, like you mentioned. And sorry, I'm rambling, but Deion Sanders, you know, coaching now, old, you know, ex-player. But even think about like Greg Popovich, you know,
oh man, one of the best.
One of the best. Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
You know, Mike Krzyzewski
Yeah.
at Duke.
Yeah.
What's the coach at Alabama?
Nick Saban.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, all of these major coaches,
Yeah.
they're great, but they're not great just because they know the sport, right? They know the sport in and out, hands down.
Yeah.
They could teach it. Maybe even Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
I know exactly
100%.
where you're going. I know where you're going with it.
They care about men.
That's it. Absolutely.
And they care
bro.
about you becoming men.
Yeah.
And so they understand that if I want this team to win, I need you to win within yourself. And I need to help you along the way. Whether it's one kid that didn't have his father around, crazy environment, versus the kid that had all the things you would need in an environment. But together, we need to do this together.
Absolutely.
So you need to understand each other. You need all the help you can get, and you need the help that you need. Everybody needs help. It's just the amount of help you need.
That's it.
So as a coach, you got to manage that.
Yeah.
Those personalities, but then bring everybody together, because for the common goal, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So those coaches that understand the relationship between boyhood and manhood to get their goals, that's life.
Yeah, it is, bro. And that makes some great coaches right there. And I admire the names that we just named off are some of the best ones ever. They're the ones that I admire the most, simply because of that. They're not just about the X's and O's of football. They're about the X's and O's of life. You know, we want to see you do better. We want to see you be good. We want to see you prosper as an individual. Like, football is gonna die out. You know, you ain't gonna be doing this when you're 40 and 50.
Right.
What you gonna be doing after the fact? That's how they view life. When everyone that comes to them, that's how they view them. They're like, okay, we finna do this now, but 20 years later, what's your goal? What are you doing next? And I admire them for that, because they see the bigger picture. You know, life outside of football. You know, and it's great. Like, you know, your mental health. They worried about that. The matters of the heart. They be worried about that. You know, and that's how it should be. It's a beautiful thing when you got coaches, when you got leaders like that takes the time out to, think about you in that dynamic. You know, and that's just how this is with the podcast. That's how it is with the leaders we have in our community. Like, we want to see young boys grow up to be positive, great men. The following lead, you know, follow my lead, and I'm gonna lead you to the. I'm gonna lead you to the promised land. It's great.
Right.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I would love to. Like, I always thought about being a coach just because of that.
Right. You'll make a great one, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they say, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nah, it's about empowerment at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I heard Stephen A. Smith is one of my favorite announcers. He's one of my favorite ones. And one of the lines he used the most when he's critiquing certain coaches, he's like, okay, you can get them here, but can you galvanize the troops?
Brad Stevens.
Yeah. Can you galvanize? Can you galvanize the troops?
Yeah.
You got the X's and O's, but can you pull that
out of the men?
Right. And that's why he always says that.
Yeah.
And that's it right there. That's why I say you make a great coach, because you have that empowerment. Yeah, you got the X's and O's of basketball or football, but you have that it to pull. You know, you got the it to you know how to pull that extra something out of men or young boys or whatever. You got that, and they need that. That's going to give you that. Not just the 100%. That's going to give you the and 20%, bro. And that's what you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they give you that you got that it that you can pull that something extra out of another individual, and that's beautiful, bro.
Because it's in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
It's in there.
It's in there.
And I appreciate hearing that. I remember I was I think there was something going on. There was a program at the Boys and Girls Club, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up just showing up, helping out. This was years ago. And there was a basketball tournament. And so we were all outside with the kids. I came in. There's a basketball tournament going on. And they needed a coach for some team. I don't know what happened to the coach.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, yo, B, can you do it? I'm like, nah, we need you. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do it. These kids couldn't play.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, y'all got me coaching these dudes, right? But it was like, all right, how do I then get them to understand, like, they trying to win, not to even look at themselves like, yo, I can't do it. Because they even had that mindset, like, all right, I don't know how they were treated, or people was like, oh, look at them, they can't play.
Yeah.
Misfits,
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's go, line up, layups. And I'm talking to them like, yo, y'all can play. Just believe, like, we can do anything we need to. If y'all want to win this, we can do it. I'm just talking to them. And then, like, so I think the first game I was just pushing them to play. Just to play hard, right? Be consistent. And I think we ended up winning the first game.
Nice.
And then the second game, I think just like either we won the second game. I feel like we won the second game also. And then there was the third game where they were playing these dudes from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
They were good, but they weren't like that good.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you can beat these dudes. It's just a mentality.
That's it.
They came in with a mentality like, oh, y'all stink at this. Like, we gonna beat you. And so then it was getting rough, elbows. They was playing a little dirty.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what would pull the greatness out of me. That's when I'll be like, oh, okay,
yeah,
let's get it. Like,
yeah, it's gonna
you
fire
wake
you
me
up
now.
Yeah, it'll fire you up.
My thing is, when I play basketball, if you just let me be, I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna dominate. I'm just gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
But if you start talking, you start throwing the elbow, you start competing with me, it's like you gonna wake me up.
Yeah.
It's like when Kobe used to say that. He's like, yo, like, you shouldn't, like, you just think about history, like Reggie Miller when he beat the Knicks.
Yeah.
What's his name was talking
Spike
on the
Lee.
sideline.
Yeah, Spike Lee.
Woke him up.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan did the same with Spike and like other people. It wakes him up.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant said the same
thing.
It's like, when they're good, just let them do their thing.
Yeah.
But you talking is gonna wake
them up.
That lion.
Yep.
He's like, oh, okay, you the reason I'm gonna win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the
and
reason.
Go out and drop 6.
I'm gonna give it to you. And then it's like, yo, go blame him.
Yep, that's
right?
it.
Just go blame him.
That's it.
So when it came to the kids, I was like, all right, yo, y'all gotta play hard, just compete with them. And they started getting mad, they started getting taken out, dudes was talking. And so I called a timeout. And I'm mad. I'm yelling at them, like, yo, like, who are you? Like, who are y'all men? What are you? Are you a man? They're like, yeah. I'm like, then why are you letting them control you?
Mm.
Why are you letting them control you? They're like, what? I'm like, because all they're doing is talking, but you getting mad, you're reacting to their words.
Right into it.
You're reacting to their elbows because they trying to get you out the game.
Yeah.
The game is all mental. It's just skill, but it's all your mind. If you guys are skill and you can't think, or you're not stable, you're going to lose every time. It don't matter.
That's true.
But if you can play, because you're good here in your head, you can stay focused and you can, get past the dirt and whatever the games, the talk, you're going to be great.
Absolutely.
And I started I punched their chest, right? Each one of them, I hit them in the chest. I was like, where's your heart at? And I was like, is this your heart? Oh, they got it. They're like, nah, I got it.
Yeah.
I was like, then play. What do you think Kobe does?
Yeah.
When he gets on the court, dudes talking, because they talking to Kobe.
Oh, yeah.
What's he going to do? He's going to give him buckets. He ain't talking. He might give a little sly word, but he's focused. He's like, all right, I'm going to shut you up.
Get this win.
Yeah, I'm going to shut you up. I'm going to drop what I drop on you, and we're going to get this W. Or we're going to go get this championship. Keep talking. And they were like, word. That's all they needed to hear is that Kobe reference.
Mm-hmm. And
they went and won that game. We ended up losing the next one, but like that moment for that shift.
Yeah.
And you can see they started playing through the toughness.
Yeah.
Like the power that the other team had, they didn't have it no more.
Yeah.
And that's life, right?
Facts, bro.
And that's life. When we look at like our, if you look at white and black issues, being called a nigger, like that word had power.
Yeah, it had power.
It had power, right?
Yeah.
When we were really oppressed or really, enslaved, like it had power because we didn't have any other option.
Yeah,
we had
got
no
options
choice.
now.
We got options now. We got freedom now, relatively. We got the ability to make money and provide and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so we have the option in our head to allow you to have power over me or me to keep doing what I'm gonna do. Even the same thing with police. Like I remember being pulled over. Dude came up to my window, ready, talking like, "Yo, what was your problem?" Yelling. If I respond, I had a choice.
Yeah.
Am I gonna meet him with his aggression, or I'm gonna just kind of take it easy? Yes, sir. That's not the same for everybody. I'm just saying, it's a choice in situations that we have in life, and whether we're gonna be balanced or we're gonna be good within ourselves and not allow somebody else to control us.
And that's it. It's all about self right there.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then I just kind of laughed, talked to him. Oh, I'm sorry, whatever. Situation happened. Then he saw my sticker was red. My whatever it's called, the monthly joint inspection. My inspection sticker I had a red sticker, and I needed a motor changed because it's a safety thing. So it turns red if it's a safety issue, and so you can't get it approved. Your car is not safe to be on the road. And I was like, I'm sorry, it's a motor. I actually just need to go to the dealership, swap the motor out. It's for the windshield wipers. And he was like trying, like he really wanted me to respond to him. Like he wanted
was poking.
Man. He was poking and prodding.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just kind of laughed. I'm sorry. Like I'm actually on the way to go do that today. And he was like, well, I'm gonna go look it up. And if you don't have it, I'm gonna send a ticket in the mail. I was like, okay, sir. In my head, I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, like, and it just comes to life, like when situations when, basketball or sports. And we can see it when we watch a game and we see somebody get out there in their head or emotional. DeMarcus Cousins comes to mind when I think about it.
Bro.
Like nasty, had all the skill in the world, best big in the game at the time, but just couldn't handle his emotions.
That's it.
Frustrated. Dang, Russell Westbrook, different players come to mind with it.
Bro. And I see it, and that causes a downfall.
In the team.
Yeah. And
why you think KD wanted to leave?
Facts.
You think KD them dudes were sorry? No, you wasn't good mentally in the court. You're not reliable.
Yeah, he had to go to Golden State where it was structure and more stable, more stability over there.
Right.
Steph got a level head. Clay got a level head. Draymond is a little wild, but he got.
But you need that fire.
Yeah, you need that fire. He has a level head.
So you gotta reel him in at times.
Yeah,
but you need that fire on it.
Yeah, bro. So you're right about that. That stability is a must.
Yeah.
Controlling the emotions, man. I like that. And hearing your story about the kids, the thing that came to mind was hard work can outwork talent any day. I think that's the statement, you hear all the time, hard work can outwork talent and all of that. And I was thinking about Larry Brown and the Detroit Pistons. I think it was like the 2000 Detroit Pistons, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace.
04, I think.
04?
Yeah,
those cats, Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, no-name dudes,
Torian Prince.
Yeah, Tayshaun Prince. Yeah, no one
Ben
was.
Wallace, Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah,
Nasty,
these cats. I think for the most part, Rasheed Wallace was the only one that was like some kind of star in the league at that time.
I think Billups was the biggest one, Mr. Big Shot.
True.
Yeah,
true. I think he was. He was the one.
He was the big one.
He was the one. But now when they
Rasheed was making a name though.
But he was making a name. But now when they won that first championship, no one knew who they were. No one knew.
Okay.
No one knew about those dudes, man. And I think it was the Lakers they went up against, Shaq and Kobe. And Shaq was known as the dominant one, and Kobe was known as, after Jordan, pretty much like the best player in the league. So you got that two-headed monster right there, and you got these no-name dudes no one really knows about. Like, oh, Detroit about to get crushed.
Smoked.
Yeah, they're about to get smoked. But Larry Brown is another coach that pours that manhood out of you. He's another one that keeps you mentally stable, and he keeps you focused on the goal and keeps you flowing as a unit as well. Like, okay, you got Ben, you got Rasheed, you got Mr. Big Shot, Tayshaun Prince, and Rip Hamilton. These guys, not the best skilled players, but he get them smart mentally. He get them emotionally stable, and got them flowing as a well-oiled machine, and got them being flowing as a team, teamwork, and with that hard work, they go in and they knock off the Lakers and win their championship. I think they beat them 4-1. I think the Lakers only got like one win out of that series. You got to go look it up, but if I'm not mistaken, because I had money on the Lakers, I think that's why I remember that joint. I had money on the Lakers, and it just blew my mind. Like, yo, Detroit just smashed them. Yeah. So hard work outworks skill and talent. Anyway, any day you just got to put in that time. So hearing your story about, how you came in and you coached the kids and build them up. You installed the manhood in them. The confidence. You made sure they was leveled mentally, and you got them putting in that hard work. Get the layup drills going, get the push-ups going, get the cardio going. Run sprints. Get the cardio, get the stamina up, and so they working hard. And now they, when you inherit them, they was, like you said, they weren't nice with it. And at the end of the day, they come through winning 3 straight games and
shouldn't have won one of
them. So it's like, that's what's up. But that's what it's all about right there, man.
And you look at like what you said with Stephen A, and he's talking about, coaches that can't connect to men and players.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you might understand the game, right? That's great. You understand, but now you need to understand. Like and when it came to Brad Stevens, you almost won championships in college because they were kids.
Yeah,
it was easier.
Good there. Yeah.
Right, it was easier with kids because they have to listen to you. They got to do what you say. Grown men, they now, you dealing with elite players.
Yeah, like I make more money than you.
Yeah, like what I need to. You didn't never played before. Why I gotta respect you?
Yeah, you ain't never
and you
won
don't even
over.
understand me.
Yeah.
So then what am I listening to you for? And you look at Boston, man, like, getting to the Eastern Conference Finals was like 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row, just not winning it. It's like, at the end of the day, you can tell that, like, if you keep getting to this point, it's not that it's the lack of skill or the talent. It's coaching at that point.
Yeah.
Because you keep getting there, so the talent's bringing you there.
Yeah, you got to break.
Now you got to bring them over that, right? You got to find something in them to drive them over the edge, over that next hurdle. And for you to not to be able to do that, and since then they've been on their way down.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
So the kids even stop believing, like, oh, well, you can't do this for us. You're not the one. And you see the way the players play.
They pick up on it.
Year.
They pick up on it.
They're playing soft.
They ain't listening.
The coach got no passion.
Yeah,
he's just kind of like, oh, come on, guys.
That's it, and that's not gonna get it.
It's not gonna get it. We're not winning games with that.
It's equivalent to, the players. They gonna feed off of their coach. Like you said, when someone's giving you an elbow, you wake up. Like if the coach getting his players behind, they gonna wake up. Like you punch your kids in the chest, they woke up after that. He does none of that. He does nothing to wake the players up.
Nothing.
Like, Jason, we know you nice. You can go ahead and drop 30, but there's something great in you. We need you. I know you can get 60 tonight. Go get that.
Yeah.
You do none
defense
of that.
Or whatever.
Oh man,
and he push you over the next level.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
I like that. You say defense takes you to the next level.
Yeah, because that's the hardest part of the game.
That's true.
Like, offense is cool, like, it's flashy, that's great, but like, your commitment there was gonna bring it. It's like every team that knows how to play good defense, it wakes their offense up. Yeah. It's never the other way around.
I like that.
Like, and if it is the other way around for you, then you're gonna lose 9 times out of 10.
I like that, dope.
That's the Golden State Warriors, when they were winning, their team was great defensively.
You ain't lying about that.
Draymond Green with the Swiss Army knife. Clay would lock down people.
Yeah.
Steph, he was the weakness, but the other
Still,
four had
made
him
up for
back. Right?
Exactly. People were so focused on that offense that they kind of undermined the defense. KD, oh yeah.
And then KD came. That was it.
That defense was locked down.
Yeah, that was
you got
it.
Iggy. He was doing his thing. Yeah, bro. That team was loaded, bro. But I like that. You said defense take you to that next level. So, like in life, let me ask you a question. In life, what do you defend yourself from? Whether it be, something bad, something that you don't want in your atmosphere, like people or energy or whatever. What do you defend being from that, takes you to the next level? I like that just triggers something in me.
Yeah. I think it's like myself, right? The weakness in me.
Okay.
Because if I don't understand myself, then the weaknesses that I do have are going to continue to run amok in my life, right? And we was talking about our life when it comes to guilt. It's the same, right? Like the things, the habits that we have, and the mindsets that aren't right. Like I gotta defend myself from those things.
Yeah.
The things that were said to me from when I was a kid, the rejection that I deal with, you know, the fears that I deal with, insecurities. Like that's the defense.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is in my way. And it goes to that creed thing.
But
you look in the mirror, it's me that's
it.
in my way. So I got to defend myself from those things that have held me back to get to where I want to go. Because it's really nobody else. Because if I'm solid, like life is going to happen. You can't control that.
That's it.
The only thing you can control is you.
Yeah.
And so if I deal with myself and I deal with, you know, my consistency, my discipline, my commitment, you know, my emotions, my communication, like just whatever, my responsibilities, pay my bills on time, ahead of time, whatever, save my money.
There you go.
Put my money in, you know, investments, property, whatever. Then the things that I do want, I'm gonna get.
That's it.
And there's nothing, you know, who's gonna hold it from me other than myself?
That's it.
And if the bank says, oh, well, you need a better credit, they're not really holding it from me. It's just me. What level now am I going to commit to get that then?
That's it.
All right, now I got to be a little more disciplined in my credit to build my joint up.
There you go.
Come back, they're going to say, yeah, boom. So they didn't hold it from me. It was me.
It was you.
It was my habits that have built my credit to what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when we look at it like it's somebody else, that's how I see it. That's so
true.
To answer your question, the defense in life is about yourself.
I like that, man. And you know, when you get on that wavelength, you know, that wave of, you know, this is me, you know, this is what I don't want, this is what I do want, this is what these are the steps I'm going to take to achieve it. But it sounded like you brought in like just a beautiful atmosphere, bro. I hear you when you say you're bringing in all these things. I'm like, yo, the atmosphere sounds dope. But it all starts with you to bring, you know, to be that magnet and, you know, attract all these great things in life. You know, once you get your mind straight, you know, you see that the problem is you, and you go out and you make the steps to start achieving these things, more is going to come. You know, you just take the first step, you know, to achieving a goal, and, you know, step 2 is going to come, step 3, step 4. You know, doors are going to start opening, opportunities are going to start coming, start flourishing.
And that's the defense to offense thing in sports, right? You play
That's
defense so your offense can flourish.
Yeah.
In life, the defense is, right, keeping my boundaries within myself, being, you know, all those things we just said.
Yeah.
So then offensively, I can go and get the things.
That's it.
Right? I can go find the fine honey if that's what I want. You know, I can go get a good job, or, you know, I can go get the education. I can go, whatever you want to do, that's your offense.
That's it, bro.
Now the defense is, okay, what are my limitations? What's holding me back within me? That's your defense.
There we go.
So I got to defend myself from that.
Yeah.
And the voices from other people.
Yeah.
And the doubters, whatever.
Absolutely, bro.
If I can deal with myself, those don't even hold any weight.
It don't hold no power.
All right, so my question would be for you, like, what is your defense?
Fam, pretty much the same thing, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's the same thing. Not the piggyback, but to piggyback. Same thing. You know, just defending myself from myself. You know, whether it be doubt, insecurities, false insecurities, like I said, the naysayers, you know, from the past or whatever, like just getting rid of it. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't exist. This isn't what it is, but this is what it is. I'm a great man, you know, handsome. I got a great mindset, you know what I mean? I'm successful, you know, defending myself from negativity, because once you let that stuff enter into you, and like I said, that offense, the good things, they're never going to come. You know, so defending myself from negativity, from the old me, from the old ways, and just bringing in the good stuff, you know, great offense, great positivity, you know, and then my life, you know, just flourishes. That's good.
And I think it's dope too. And I think another thing about sports that's really important for men and women, for, you know,
True.
When you talk about men here, is that, like, sports gives kids without, say, fathers, an opportunity to be around men, to be their, like, mentors, father figures, you know? Like, it's, if you don't have say if it's a woman we're talking to, you don't have, the son's father's not in his life, or he's in prison, or he's died, or whatever, he's just not around. and the kid needs men around, put him in sports.
That's it.
It's the easiest route you can take. Because you're not giving him a sport, you're giving him the things he needs for life.
That's it.
And it's men to help him
Yeah.
go through life to learn to be men.
Yeah.
And at every stage, he's going to get something different.
That's it.
And it's middle school,
Yeah,
Pee-wee,
yo.
Pop Warner, whatever.
Yeah.
High school, college. You know, and then if he gets in the NFL or
Yeah.
the NBA, whatever,
It's still
or
flowing.
just life,
Mhm.
he's learned now to receive from men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the correction, the guidance, the mentorship.
There you go.
He's learned a lot of aspects, how to deal with
Absolutely.
his finances, how to deal with his relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just gives us the direct access.
Communication, bro. We can go on and on, man.
Everything.
And I admire the brotherhood because that support and love
it's
is gonna be there
brotherhood, too.
Yeah, you got the coaches, which is like the father, the dad,
Yeah.
but you got your teammates or like your big or little brothers. Like that support and love is there too,
Yeah.
and that holds a lot of weight too. Like okay, if I can't hold my arms up, I know my brothers on my right and on the left, they got my back.
Yeah.
It's dope, man.
And what you were saying that came to mind, the word that comes to mind is trust.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
imagine a kid, growing up without fathers
Mhm.
or, people around or friends. What do they know about trust?
that's true.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not much. Maybe he might trust his mom
Yeah,
to provide, be there.
yeah, but
like,
the overall experience really ain't
like
there.
life.
Yeah,
So then when he goes in relationships, you don't know how to trust, how to,
yeah, that's good.
and so when you get into sports and you learn that, okay, if I trust somebody to be there and they're there,
Yeah,
man, he got me.
yeah,
Oh, all right, coach. I might wild out, I might act up, but coach is gonna be consistent. Okay, he eventually, he got me.
mm-hmm.
I trust that love that's gonna be there.
Yeah,
And okay, my boys, they gonna keep me accountable. Oh, I trust them.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's trust is
That's trust.
Yeah, trust is right there. Because
Yeah.
that's life. Like we need to trust each other
Have to.
to do anything, business,
Mhm.
work,
Yeah.
relationships.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Man, it's hot.
Yeah. All right. You got anything you want to encouragements for the people, parents,
man.
the kids?
Man, what's on my mind, bro? I think we pretty much covered a lot, man. If anything, get your kids in sports. Get them in some kind of activity that'll build character. It don't have to be sports. It can be band. It can be what else is out there, bro? Art or whatever the case may be, man. Get them involved in some kind of activity where they're functioning as a unit. So it can build character. It can build trust. It can build love. It can build support. It can build them knowing how to work as a team. And like me and my brother stated, it's not just an activity or it's not just sports. It's about life. It transitions into life. So it builds great character. It builds empowerment. It builds encouragement, and most of all, it builds confidence. Like you gotta have that coming out here in the world. You gotta have that confidence. Sports is definitely good for that. What about yourself?
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think when it comes to if the youth are listening, be willing to be held, to receive from your coaches or from mentors, because if they're in those positions, let's hope 8 or 9 times out of 10 that they have your best interest at heart. That they're not pushing you just to push you, being hard on you just because. Some people are, but for the most part, they want you to be the best you that you can be, so that we can be the best we that we can be. Because we can't be the best we are without you being the best you are, and that's really life.
Yeah.
In our communities, we can't be great in our community without individuals being great within themselves.
I agree.
And us being connected together. And any parents, just again put them in sports.
Yeah.
100%, because it's about health too. This is sports is great. It's about the camaraderie and things we learn, the lessons, but being healthy people, because then you have
matters.
to eat better.
Yeah.
To be an athlete,
That
you
matters.
got to define your body. You have to train your body. So then you have to put good things in. Say, learn about the health.
There you go.
If you want to be an A1 athlete, You can't eat soul food like that.
No, you can't do
so
it.
So then should we be eating it in real life? I don't know. Well, at least as often as we do, right?
Yeah.
Like it teaches us about how to treat our bodies, how to take care of ourselves in all aspects.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
Yeah.
I love
Trust
it, man.
the process, they say.
There you go, man. I'm digging it, man. Trust the process, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man. This was a good one.
Yes, sir.
All right, peoples.
Until next time.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace. Thank you for listening to the Follow Then Lead podcast. You can reach us on social media at
the email is followthenleadinc@gmail.com, Instagram Follow Then Lead Podcast, and our Twitter is Follow Then Lead P. Until next time,
take it easy.
Word.